Hi, I'm Susan, and this is what I'm making today. My first DIY is a two-part, and I'm taking these two lids that come from laundry detergent, and I'm going to glue them together using hot glue. And now I'm going to hot glue the styrofoam ball to the top. Now I'm going to paint everything really well with Waverly chalk paint in white. It takes 2 coats. Now I'm taking this fabric that I have and I'm making a little dress for my little snow girl. I just cut it down to fit and hot glue it on. Now I'm going to give her a face. I made these little carrot clothespins last Easter and I'm going to use them for the nose. And I just hot glue it on. I use black buttons for her eyes and then I give her a smile using a permanent marker. Now I decorate her dress with white buttons. And I take some velvet green ribbon that I have and I make her a little head scarf and glue that on. I cut a fringe for her scarf after I get it glued on. I decided the buttons weren't festive enough, so I had these little candy cane buttons and I cut off the shank and hot glue it on top of the white button. And I have this little button kitty cat. I wished I had like a little small plush animal like she was carrying a teddy bear, but I didn't. But I thought this little kitty cat was cute. And here's how she turned out. I think she's so cute. I hope you like her as well. This unusual snowman challenge is hosted by Amanda of 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and Jackie of Crafting in Mimi's World. I will have both of their channels listed in my description box down below. Be sure and check out their channels. They are so talented and I'm sure you'll find something you would like to also make. I'll also have the playlist listed in my description box down below. Check it out and see what everyone has made. Now for the second part of my DIY, I'm going to take this vase, and I have this, it's a ball that I had painted and used as a topiary back in the spring, and I am just going to glue it in, and I'm going to paint everything in Waverly chalk paint in white. Now I'm taking some fabric that I have, and I'm making a scarf for the father of my little girl. Now I'm deciding where I want his face. I wish the ball could have been up a little higher, and I did try to stuff something in the vase, but it was just too much of a gap. So I just went with this the way it is. And I'm using another clothespin that I made back on Easter. This one's a little bit bigger than the other one. And I'm giving my snowman eyes, button eyes, and I also draw him on a smile with a permanent marker. Now I'm going to add his scarf. Now you can see the holes where I had put the flowers in from the spring, but really snow's not exactly smooth, and I was kind of hoping the paint would fill it in, but it didn't, and I wasn't sure how spackle would work. But you really can't tell it once I get it done, at least in person. Everything shows up more on camera. Now I'm cutting a fringe on his scarf, and I'm going to embellish with some pretty buttons. Now I need to give my daddy Snowman a hat. And I had these hats left over from 4th of July a couple years back. So I cut off the string and I painted it with Waverly chalk paint and ink. And it took one good coat and then touch up. Now I'm going to cut another strip of this fabric to make a hat band. I will add it on using hot glue. Now I want to embellish the hat even more by using these holly leaves, berries, and little tiny pine cones. Now I'm going to hot glue the hat on top of the snowman. And I had this little tiny golden bells in my stash, so I just attached it to the side like he's carrying them. And here's how he turned out. I think he's cute. I really like him. I hope you like him as well. And here's the father and daughter. Aren't they sweet? She's got his nose. My second DIY, I took these wooden tags and I gave them a coat of Waverly chalk paint in white. Now I have these little wooden beads and I put 10 of them in a Ziploc bag and pour just a little bit of the Waverly antiquing wax to coat them, and I just pour them out in this lid on top of a paper towel. I wipe away the excess wax and let them dry. Now I'm going to attach everything. I was going to use these tags for a different project, but I wasn't happy with it. So I will end up painting these tags again with the Waverly chalk paint in white. But for now, I'm adding my beads. And I just string 5 on each one. And I just use a big needle for this. And I go back down through the top. And I don't completely close out the loop. I go far enough to where I can tie it off at the very beginning with a knot, and then I tie a knot in the top part of the loop so that it will hold the beads on. I hope you understand what I'm saying, and I'll let you watch again. I found these snowman images on Graphics Fairy, and I just sized them where they were small enough to fit on the tags. And I tear off the white border using a tearing ruler. Kind of makes it look like a postage stamp. And I'm going to attach these onto my tags using Mod Podge. Mod Podge is a product of the plaid family, and I am a plaid ambassador. So check it out. I love my Mod Podge. Now I just go around the edge after it dries with a Tombow marker just to kind of give it a little bit of definition. And I add these little stickers I had left over from last year. I bought them on clearance last year and I've been using them throughout. And I attached them onto the bottom, and here's how they turned out. I think they're cute. They make nice little Christmas tree ornaments. And here are all of my projects. I hope you like them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Ring that bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Leave a message, which is your favorite. Thank you, Amanda, and thank you, Jackie. And until next time, bye, y'all.